Hi, I'm Ray and this is TinyTableGames. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. Like and subscribe please if you haven't already, help the little channel grow. And sit back and enjoy. Today is going to be an unboxing video for Arkham Horror Final Hour, which is a game I picked up pretty much new at Dice Tower East 2025 in the virtual flea market. And we're going to unbox it, check it out, and then I'll be playing it, but probably in a separate video due to punch out times. And if you've looked at any FFG game over the years, especially Arkham Horror stuff, you know there's like 500 things to punch out and organize. So, that said, okay, so here we have Arkham Horror Final Hour. Still when it was FFG by Carlo A. Rossi. And I like to do this just because it gives people a sense of the box scale, which is sometimes hard to see on video. So this box is actually 10 by 10. So it's quite a bit smaller than the average Arkham Horror boxes. And as you can see, it's not really a big miniatures type thing. It's the typical standees, 6 investigators, 3 ancient ones, 1 campus road, and 103 cards. I kind of like the theme here. 5 minutes to midnight, time to save the world. You arrive too late to stop the loathsome rite, and a monstrous trans-dimensional ancient one tears through reality. So it's like skipping ahead to the end of the game of the other versions of Arkham Horror. An iridescent rift slashes across the darkened skies, heralding the nightmarish creatures that pour into the hallowed buildings of Miskatonic University. As howls and screams cut through the night, there's only one path left for our fearless investigators. Hold back the horde long enough to somehow reverse the summoning. So, it's a game for 1 to 4 players, 30 to 60 minutes, we'll see about that. The rule book, well, that's Arkham Horror for you. Let's see, it is, well, not counting splash pages. A quick reference on the back, that's always nice. Would you like to play Mountains of Madness? Would you like to play Eldritch Horror? Arkham Horror the card game. And there's the back of the book. 19 pages. And it looks like some of it is just a description of each of the investigators and the old ones. There's a diagram of how the map works for the board, I assume. And what I hope is far more detail than is actually needed for doing things in the game, because wow, we'll see. And then of course the single player rules, which I tend to ignore. I just play multiplayer as one person rather than true solo, because I think solo tends to change the feel of the game in a lot of cases. If it's not designed for it, like Legacy of You, I think games always do better as not solo unless it was designed for that. So anyway, this is interesting. Set up for Cthulhu. And for a Mordhoth, the Devourer Below, that's a new one. And Shuddy Mel, the Apocalypse Worm. Looks like one of the ones they used in Avengers or something. And that's a weird artwork for Cthulhu, but whatever, because he can look like whatever he wants to. Who might a tentacle shame? Okay, and then 2 punch-out boards of tokens, because Arkham Horror. So we got the investigators, X's, clearly cultists, probably can't go there anymore signs, investigation signs, clue tokens. I'm not sure what these are based on the other games. And these would be all the monsters, which is kind of no way is right side up. They're kind of all over the place. That's weird. I wonder why they did that with the printing. That's unusual. Huh. Coming up next is what's got to be the player board, all nice and shrink wrapped. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to edit that down. That's some good shrink wrap. Good grief. Sorry about that. The player board. Hey, that's actually pretty good. So there's the player board. It looks like it's got a spot for the various cards. You can see it's still a little wobbly because it's brand new. Interesting. Some purple spots, some green spots, some orange spots. Let's see. You've got character standees, tiny cards that's probably clue token type things, and other stuff. What I assume are plot or event decks. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Huh. So not too many cards and not too many tokens for a nice small tidy game with rules that seem longer than they should be. Okay, when you get it all punched out, here's kind of a flyover of what everything is. We've got a bunch of clue tokens of similar backs and these little explodey tokens, which I assume are gates or something. They all have different geometric symbols and stuff on the back. There's three different symbols. Little do not go things, I assume. X's, same on both sides. The clue markers have different symbols on each side, which I'm sure probably correlate to that on the game board. The heart symbols are health, of course. Then you got these cards, some sort of clue cards. This is just the first investigator marker. And here we have our Pac-O monsters. These are the ones that you dump into the, basically the draw bag, like many other Arkham horror games. And then here's the quote-unquote special ones, which are basically the boss monsters. Cthulu, the purple worm guy, whatever that other guy's name is, I can never remember. And I'm not sure what this fourth one is. He's not one of the boss monsters. He just must be like a lieutenant. And you got your 6 investigators to pick from, which should be artwork familiar to most people who've played Arkham Horror. I think most of the Arkham Horror artwork is all reused now, but that's okay. And they each have their own little deck of action cards that are not always the same based on what that character does. And of course you got your reference cards. So there you go. There's the rather quick unboxing of Arkham Horror Final Hour. Pretty small game as far as how it unboxes, but that doesn't mean it won't be fun. We'll be trying it next, so I'll be unpacking everything and reading through the rules and giving it a whirl. So thank you very much for watching. This is TinyTableGames. I'm Ray, and I'll catch you next time.